ಸಂಸಾರದಾವಾನಲನಿಧಲೋಕ ತ್ರಣಯ ಕಾರುಣ್ಯ ಗಣ ಗಣ ತ್ವಂ
ಸಂಸಾರದಾವಾನಲನಿಧಲೋಕ ಪ್ರಣಯ ಕಾರುಣ್ಯ ಗಣ ಗಣ ತ್ವಂ
ಸಂಸಾರದಾವಾನಲನಿಧಲೋಕ ತ್ರಣಯ ಕಾರುಣ್ಯ ಗಣ ಗಣ ತ್ವಂ ಪ್ರಾಪ್ತಸ್ಯ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಗುಣನವಸ್ಯ ವಂದೇ ಗುರು ಶ್ರೀ ಚರಣಾರವಿಂದಂ महाप्रभु कीर्तन नित्य गीता वादित्र माद्या मनसुर सेना रोमांचकांपा श्रुतरंग बाजो वंदे गुरु श्री चरणारविंदा श्री विग्रहाराधन नित्य नाना श्रृंगार तन्मंदिरमर्जनादो युक्तस्य भक्तां शनियुञ्जतोऽपि वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दम् चतुर्विधा श्री भगवत्प्रसादो स्वादान तृप्तान् हरिभक्त संगान् कृत्वैव तृप्तिं भजत सदैव वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दम् श्रीराधिका माधवयोरपारा माधुर्यलीला गुणरूपनाम्नाम् प्रतिक्षणा स्वादनलोलुपस्य वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दम् निकुञ्जयो नो रतिकेलिसिद्ध्यै यायालिभिर्युक्तैरपेक्षणीया तत्रादिदक्षादतिवल्लभस्य वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दम् साक्षाधरित्रेण समस्तशास्त्रे युक्तस्तथा व्यतयेव सद्भिः किन्तु प्रभोया प्रिय एव तस्य वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दम् यस्य प्रसाद भगवत् प्रसादो यस्य प्रसाद न गति कुतोऽपि ध्यायाम्स्तु वांस्तस्य यशस्त्रिसन्ध्या वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी निति नामिने विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्य यशोदाभियो लोकलाघवमाना परामृष्टमत्यन्ततो धृत्य गोप्या रुदान्तमुहुर्नेत्रयुग्मामृजान्ताम् कराम्बुजयुग्मेन साताङ्कनेत्रम् मुहुश्वासकं पात्रिरेकान्तकान्त स्थितैग्रैवं दामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम् इति दृक्स्वलीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तम् आख्यापयन्तम् तदीयेषितग्नेषु भक्तजितत्वम् पुनः प्रेमतस्तं शतावृत्ति वन्दे वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षवदिं वा न चान्यं वृणेऽहं वरेशादपि इदं तेव पूर्णात् गोपालबालं सदा मे मनस्याविरास्तां किमन्ये इदं ते मुखाम्बोजमत्यन्तनीले कृतं कुण्टलै स्निग्धरक्तश्च गोप्या मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बरक्तधरं मे मनस्य विरास्तमलं लक्ष्यलाभे नमो देव दामोदरानन्त विष्णो प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजालाब्धिमग्नम् कृपादृष्टिवृष्ट्यातिदीनं भटानो गृहाणि क्षमामग्नम् एध्यक्षिदृश्या कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धमूर्त्यैव यद्वात् त्वया मोचितौ भक्तिभाजौ कृतौ च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकामि प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मेऽस्ति दामोदरे नमस्तेस्तु दाम्ने स्फुरादीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायात विश्वस्य दाम्ने नमो राधिकायाय त्वदीयप्रियाय नमोऽनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम् नमो राधिकाय त्वदीयप्रियाय नमोऽनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम् नमो राधिकाय त्वदीयप्रियाय नमोऽनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम् हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम जय राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधे जय राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधा जय राधा गोविंद राधा गोविंद राधा गोविंद राधे जय राधा नीला माधव राधा नीला माधव राधा नीला माधव राधे जय राधा नीला माधव राधा नीला माधव राधा नीला माधव जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय जय जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा मैया जय सुदर्शन चक्र जय जय सीताराम जय सीताराम जय सीताराम जय लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय लक्ष्मी जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव
Jai Om Shnupada Brahmamsa Prajakacharya Stota Shata Shishmadis Divine Grace Aparchana Rinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON BBT PI Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Shnupada Brahmamsa Prajakacharya Stota Shata Shishmadis Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Ki Jai. Nam Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंद राधा कुंद की भूमि वृंदावन धाम की जय। श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। श्री पुरुषोत्तम चैत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। श्री अयोध्या धाम की जय। गंगा मई की जय। यमुना मई की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। समावृत भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री दामोदर मासा कार्तिक मासा की जय। श्री यशोदा दामोदर की जय। श्री श्री राधा दामोदर की जय। Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. All glory to the assembled devotees. All glory to the assembled devotees. All glory to the assembled devotees. All glory to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glory to Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlad Lad Daine. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Silatan kana khalaye. Ito nasimha pareto nasimha. Yato yato yami tato nasimha. Bahe nasimha hridaye nasimha. Narasimha madim saranam prapadye. Tava kar kamalavare nakham adbhut sringam dalita hiranyakashipu tanubhringam keshavadhrita narhari rupa. Jaya Jagadish Hare. Jaya Jagadish Hare. Jaya Jagadish Hare. Jaya Keshavadhrita Narhari Rupa. Jaya Jagadish Hare. Jaya Jagadish Hare. Jaya Jagadish Hare. Jaya Narasimhadev, Jaya Narasimhadev, Jaya Narasimhadev, Jaya Narasimhadev. Jaya Bhakta Prahlad, Jaya Bhakta Prahlad, Jaya Bhakta Prahlad, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय, प्रहलाद महाराज की जय.
Let us recite the translation together. To the Supreme Lord, whose form embodies eternity, knowledge, and bliss, whose earrings swing to and fro, who shines peacefully in Gokula, who quickly ran from the Brahmi mother in fear Mother Yashoda, and was caught from behind by her, who ran faster than he. To the Supreme Lord, Sri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisances. Upon seeing his mother's weeping stick, he cried, rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes were fearful, and his quick breathing shook the stranded pearls on his neck, which bore three lines like those on a conch shell. To the Supreme Lord, Sri Damodar, whose belly is bound with ropes of mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances. With these super excellent childhood pastimes, Lord Krishna found the residence of Gokula in fullest ecstasy. In this way, he declares to those absorbed in knowledge with majestic and opulence, I am conquered only by my pure loving devotees. With great love, I offer my obeisances, Lord Damodar, hundreds and hundreds of times. O Lord, though you can award all kinds of benedictions, I pray to you neither for the full being personal liberation, nor for the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor for any other such boon. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Baal Gopal in Vrindavan may ever be manifest in my heart. For what use do I have for any other boon besides this? O Lord, again and again Mother Yashoda kisses your lotus face, which is framed by locks of soft black hair, tinged with red, and beautified by your lips colored red like bimbo fruit. May this vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands of other benedictions of no use to me. O Supreme Godhead, offer my respectful obeisances unto you. O Damodar, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O Lord, please upon me. Shower me with the merciful glances and deliver this poor ignorant fool, immersed in ocean worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes. O Lord Damodar, as a baby tied to Brahmi mother, you delivered Kubero's two sons from the curse of Narada and made them into great devotees. In the same way, please give me pure loving devotion for you. I long for this alone and have no desire for any kind of liberation. O Lord Damodar, obeisance unto the brilliantly fortunate robe binding your belly. Obeisance unto your belly, the abode in the entire universe. Obeisance unto your dear most beloved Srimati Radharani. And obeisance unto you, O Lord, who displays unlimited pastimes.
की जय.
Vrindaya Tulasi Devaya Priyaya Keshavasacha Vishnu Bhakti Pate Devi Satyavadaya Namo Namaha. Vrindaya Tulasi Devaya Priyaya Keshavasacha Vishnu Bhakti Pate Devi Satyavadaya Namo Namaha. Vrindaya Tulasi Devaya Priyaya Keshavasacha Vishnu Bhakti Pade Devi Satyavadaya Namo Namaha. Vrinda Devi Tulasi Maharani ki jai.
नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः राधा कृष्ण सेवा पावो ये अभिलाषी राधा कृष्ण सेवा पावो ये अभिलाषी नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः नमो नमः ये तुम्हारा शरणलो तारा वंश पूर्ण हो शरणलो तारा वंश पूर्ण हो कृपा कोरी कोरो तारे वृंदावन वासी वनवासी मोरा ये विलास विलास कुंज देवास विलास कुंज देवास नायने हेरी बो सदा जुगल रूप राशि तेरी वो सदा जुगल रूप राशि एई निवेदन धारो साखीरानुगाता कोरो सेवायाधिकार दिए करो निज दासी करो निज दासी दीन कृष्ण दासे को ये नमोरा हो दासे कोई ये नमोरा हो श्री राधा गोविंदा प्रेमे सदा ये नवासी प्रेमे सदा ये नवासी श्री राधा गोविंद प्रेमे सदा ये नवासी सदा ये नवासी नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः यानि कानि चापापानि ब्रह्महत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्राणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणपादे पदे चापापानि ब्रह्महत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्राणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणपादे पदे यानि कानि चापापानि ब्रह्महत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणपादे पदे तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणपादे पदे यानि कानि चापापानि ब्रह्महत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणपादे पदे प्रदक्षिणपादे पदे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय वृंदादेवी जय वृंदादेवी जय वृंदादेवी जय वृंदादेवी जय तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि राधा देवी की, तुलसी महारानी की। वृंदाये तुलसी देवाय प्रियाय केशवश्च च विष्णु भक्ति प्रतिदेवे सत्यवताय नमो नमः। वृंदाये तुलसी देवाय प्रियाय केशवश्च च विष्णु भक्ति प्रतिदेवे सत्यवताय नमो नमः। वृंदाये तुलसी देवाय प्रियाय केशवश्च च विष्णु भक्ति प्रतिदेवे सत्यवताय नमो नमः। वृंदाए तुलसी देव महारानी की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
O Tulasi, beloved of Krishna, I bow down before you again and again. My desire is in the service of Shri Radha and Krishna. Whoever takes shelter of you has the wish fulfilled. Please have mercy upon me and make me my residence in Vrindavan. My desire also grant me residence in the special groves of Shiva and Dharam. Just within my vision, shall it behold the beautiful person Radha and Krishna. I beg you to make me follow a Karo Danso's virgin. Please give me the privilege devotional service and make me own maidservant. This very fallen lowly servant of Krishna prays. May I always swim in the love of Shri Radha and Govinda. Srimati Tulasi Maharani ki jai. There are 10 fences in the matter of chanting holy names which should be avoided, and they are as follows. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who are dedicated life for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the name of the demigods allow Shiva or Brahma to be equal to independent of the name Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the orders of spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature pursuing the Vedic version. 5. To consider glorious chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination. 6. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities and strength of chanting the holy name. 8. To consider chanting Hare Krishna one of the auspicious ritualistic activities offered in the Vedas of fruity activities, karma, ganda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about glorious holy name. 10. To not complete faith in the chanting holy name, and to maintain material attachments in understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to Vaishnava must carefully guard against these 10 offenses in order to quickly achieve desired success. Krishna Prema. Now let us offer most humble obeisance unto all the Vaishnava devotees, Lord. They are just as thy trees who can fulfill to everyone, and they are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Shri Chaitanya Shikshastakam ki jai. Cheto Darpana Marjanam Pavamahadavakni Nirvapanam Shriya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavatu Jivanam Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pratipadam Purunarmita Sadhanam Sarvatamasnapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatra Pita Niyamita Smaranena Kalaha Etadishi Tavakripa Bhagavam Mamapi Durudevami Disham Iha Janina Nurakaha Trinatapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sada Harihi Na Thanam Na Janam Na Sundarim Kavitam Vajagadisha Kamaye Mama Jammani Jammanishware Bhavata Bhaktir Haituki Toyi Ayinanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Buddha Kripaya Tava Pada Pankaja Sthita Duri Satisham Vichintaya Nayanam Garadashuru Daraya Vadanam Gadgada Rudaya Gira Pulakai Nichitam Vapu Kada Tava Nama Kahane Bhavishati Yuga itam nimishena chakshusha pravisha itam shunya itam jagat sarvam govinda virahena me ashirishava padaratam pinnastumam adarshanam marmahatam karotuva yatha tatha va vitatatu lampato mat prana natha susa eva na paraha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Chaitanya Shikshastakam ki jai. Glory to the Shri Krishna Sankirtana, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes fire of conditional life, repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large, because it spreads the rays of benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss and enables us to fully taste the nectar for which always anxious. O my Lord, your holy name alone grants all benediction to human beings. Thus you have hundreds of millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, our kindness enables us to easily approach you by your holy name. But I'm so unfortunate I have no attraction for them. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than the tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor to desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. O son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am an eternal servitor, yet somehow I have fallen to the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the Adam's lotus feet. O my Lord, while my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant the holy name, while my voice choke up, while hairs my body stand end, recitation of your name. O Govinda, feeling your separation, I'm constant moment to be like a great millennium. Tears are flowing from eyes like torrents of rain, and I'm feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. I know no one but Krishna as my Lord, and he shall remain so even if he handles me roughly by his embrace, or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything, everything, for he is always my worshipable Lord, unconditionally. Shri Chaitanya Shikshastakam ki jai. Shri Mangala Charna prayers ki jai. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Omritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manopishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Patakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakham Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shri Mate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namene Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nivishesha Shunyavadi Pachadedesha Darine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namene Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitaya Kripaptaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayine Prabhavin Namaha Madhuryo Jala Premadya Shri Rupa Nuga Bhaktita Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dina Darine Rupa Nuga Vrudapa Siddhanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambodhe Padam Pujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namene Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupa Nuga Varayate Gaura Virbhava Bhumistvam Nirtishta Sajana Priya Vaishnava Sarabhama Shri Jagannathaya Te Namaha Vancha Kalpa Tarupishcha Kripa Sindhu Pyevacha Patitanam Pavne Pyo Vaishnave Pyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishin Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakham Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Hey Krishna Karna Sindho Dinabandho Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jayatam Suratoro Pangor Mama Mandar Matergati Masarva Svapadam Bojo Radha Madana Mohano Divya Vindaranya Kalpajumada Srimad Ranagara Singhasanasto Srimad Radha Shila Govinda Devo Prishtari Bi Sevyamano Smarami Shriman Rasa Rasarambi Vamsi Vata Tathastita Karsham Vinu Suner Gopir Gopinatha Shiyestunaha Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Shri Mangalacharna prayers ki jai. Shri Brahma Samhita ki jai. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadyaradya Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam Chintamani Parakara Satmasukha Praviksha Lakshariteshu Surabhi Rabi Palayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Shatasam Brahmasevyamanam Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Venum Kvanantam Aravinda Dalayataksam Parharvatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Gantarpakoti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Alola Chantakala Savanamada Vamshi Ranangadam Panayakeli Kalavilasam Shamam Tipanga Lalitam Yata Prakasham Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Yasya Sakalendriya Vrittimanti Pashanti Panti Kalayanti Chiram Jaganti Ananda Chimma Satujala Vigrahasya Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Advaitam Achotam Anadi Mananta Rupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayovanam Cha Vedeshu Durabam Adurabam Atma Bhakta Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Pantastu Koti Shatavassara Sampragamyo Vayuratapi Manaso Munipangavanan Sopiasti Yaprapada Simya Vichinta Tatve Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ekopya Sora Chayitum Jagadanta Kotim Ya Chakti Rasti Jagadanta Jayaya Dantaha Antantarastha Paramanu Chayantarastham Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yad Bhava Pavitadiyo Manujastateva Samprapya Rupa Mahimasana Yana Bhushaha Suktayam Eva Nigama Patitaistu Vanti Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ananda Chimme Rasa Patibhavitapi Stapiya Evan Jarupa Taya Kalapihi Goloka Eva Nivasatya Kilatma Bhutto Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Premanjana Churuta Bhakti Vilochanena Santa Sateva Hidayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shama Sundar Machintya Guna Swarupam Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ramadi Murtishu Kala Niyamena Tishtan Nanavataram Karo Bhuvaneshu Kintu Krishna Swayam Samabhava Parama Pumamyo Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Krishna, who is known as Govinda, is the supreme Godhead. He has an eternal blissful spiritual body. He is the origin of all. He has no other origin and the prime cause of all causes.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, the first progenitor who is tending the cows, yielding all desire in abodes built with spiritual gems, surrounded by millions of purpose trees, always served with great reverence and affection by hundreds of thousands of Lakshmis or Gopis.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is adept in playing on his flute, with blooming eyes like lotus petals, with head decked with peacock feathers, with the figure of beauty tinged with the hue of blue clouds, and his unique loveliness charming millions of cupids.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, around whose neck is swinging a garland of flowers, beautified with a moon locket, whose two hands are adorned with a flute and jeweled ornaments, who always revels in pastimes of love, whose graceful threefold bending form Sham Sundar is eternally manifest. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, whose transcendental form is full of bliss, truth, substantiality, and is thus full of the most dazzling splendor. Each of the limbs of that transcendental figure possesses in himself the full-fledged functions of all the organs, and eternally sees, maintains, and manifests the infinite universes, both spiritual and mundane.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is inaccessible to the Vedas, but obtainable by pure, unalloyed devotion of the soul, who is without a second, who is not subject to decay, is without a beginning, whose form is endless, who is the beginning and the eternal Purusa, yet he is a person possessing the beauty of blooming youth.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, only the tip of the toe of whose lotus feet is approached by the yogis who aspire for the transcendental and betake themselves to pranayama by drilling the respiration, or by the jnanis who try to find out the non-differentiated Brahman by the process of elimination of the mundane, extending over thousands of millions of years.
He is an undifferentiated entity, as there is no distinction between potency and the possessor thereof. In his work of creation of millions of worlds, his potency remains inseparable. All the universes exist in him, and he is present in his fullness in every one of the atoms that are scattered throughout the universe at one and at the same time. Such is the primeval Lord whom I adore.
I adore the same Govinda, the primeval Lord, in whose praise men who are imbued with devotion sing the mantra suktas told by the Vedas, by gaining their appropriate beauty, greatness, thrones, conveyances, and ornaments.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, residing in his own realm, Goloka with Radha, resembling his own spiritual figure, the embodiment of the ecstatic potency possessed of the 64 artistic activities, in the company of her confidants, Sakhis, embodiments of the extensions of her bodily form, permeated and vitalized by his ever blissful spiritual rasa.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is Shyama Sundara, Krishna himself with inconceivable, innumerable attributes, whom the pure devotees see in their heart of hearts with the eye of devotion, tinged with the salve of love. I worship
Govinda, the primeval Lord, who manifested himself personally as Krishna and the different avatars in the world, in the forms of Rama, Nrasimha, Vamana, etc. as his subjective portions.
Sri Brahma Samhita ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam 7.1 Purport. Srinvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Sravana Kirtanaha Hridayanta Hiso hi Abhadrani Vidunoti Suhrit Satam Nasta Prayesva Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Tada Rajastamo Bhava Kama Lobha Dayaschaye Cheta Etair Anavidam Sitam Satve Prasidati Evam Prasanna Manaso Bhagavad Bhakti Yogataha Bhagavad Tattva Vijnanam Mukta Sangasya Jayati Vidyate Hrudya Grante Siddhyante Sarva Samasyaha Kshiyante Chasya Karmani Drishta Evatmanishware.
To hear about Krishna from Vedic literatures or to hear from him directly through the Bhagavad Gita is itself a righteous activity. And for one who hears about Krishna, Lord Krishna, who is dwelling in everyone's heart, acts as a best wishing friend and purifies the devotee who constantly engages in hearing of him. In this way, a devotee naturally develops his dormant transcendental knowledge. As he hears more about Krishna from the Bhagavatam and from the devotees, he becomes fixed in the devotional service of the Lord. By development of devotional service, one becomes freed from the modes of passion and ignorance, and thus material lusts and avarice are diminished. When these impurities are wiped away, the candidate remains steady in his position of pure goodness, becomes enlivened by devotional service, and understands the science of God perfectly. Thus, Bhakti Yoga severs the hard knot of material affection and enables one to come at once to the stage of asamsayam samagram, understanding of the supreme absolute truth personality of Godhead. Bhagavatam 1.2.17 to 21. Therefore, only by hearing from Krishna or from his devotee in Krishna consciousness can one understand the science of Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, we'll continue reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 7, Text 40. Suta Uvacha Evam Parikshata Dharmam Partha Krishnena Choditha Naicha Dhantum Gurustutam Sutam Yadhapi Atmahanam Mahan Sutaha Suta Goswami Uvacha said, Evam, this Parikshita, being examined, Dharmam, in the matter of duty, Partha Sri Arjuna, Krishnena, by Lord Krishna, Chodita, being encouraged, Na Aichat, did not like, Hantum, to kill, Guru Sutam, the son of his teacher, Yadyapi, although Atmahanam, murderer of sons, Mahan, very great. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Suta Goswami said, although Krishna, who was examining Arjuna in religion, encouraged Arjuna to kill the son of Dronacharya, Arjuna, a great soul, did not like the idea of killing him, although Ashwadhama was a heinous murderer of Arjuna's family members. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Arjuna was a great soul, undoubtedly, which is proved here also. He is encouraged herein personally by the Lord to kill the son of Drona, but Arjuna considers the son of his great teacher should be spared, for he happens to be the son of Dronacharya, even though he is an unworthy son, having done all sorts of heinous acts whimsically for no one's benefit. Lord Sri Krishna encouraged Arjuna outwardly just to test Arjuna's sense of duty. It is not that Arjuna was incomplete in the sense of his duty, nor was Lord Sri Krishna unaware of Arjuna's sense of duty, but Lord Sri Krishna put to test many of his pure devotees just to magnify the sense of duty. The gopis were put to such tests as well. Prahlad Maharaja also was put to such a test. All pure devotees come out successful in the respective tests by the Lord.
Canto 1, Chapter 7, Text 41. Atopetya swa shibiram Govinda priya sarati navidayat tam priyayai sochantya atma jan hatan. Ata, therefore, thereafter, upetya, having reached, swa, own, shibiram, camp, Govinda, one who enlivens the senses, Lord Sri Krishna, priya, dear, sarati, the charioteer, Nyave Dayat, entrusted to, Tam, him, Priyayai, unto the dear, Sochantai, lamenting for, Atmajan, own sons, Hatan, murdered. Translation. After reaching his own camp, Arjuna, along with his dear friend and charioteer Sri Krishna, entrusted the murderer unto his dear wife, who was lamenting for her murdered sons. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The transcendental relation of Arjuna with Krishna is of the dearmost friendship. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord Himself has claimed Arjuna as His dearmost friend. Every living being is thus related with the Supreme Lord by some sort of affectionate relation, either as a servant or as friend, or as parent or as an object of conjugal love. Everyone thus can enjoy the company of the Lord in the spiritual realm if he at all desires and sincerely tries for it by the process of Bhakti Yoga. You are still stuck somewhere. Means you are not focusing.
Tata hritam pashuvat pasabadam avan mukam karma jupe sitena nirikshya krishna pakritam guru sutam vamasvabha kripya nanamacha. Tata, thus. Ahritam, brought in. Pashuvat, like an animal. Pasubadam, Bashubandam, tied with ropes. Avak mukam, without a word in his mouth. Karma, activities. Jugupsatena, being heinous. Nirikshya, by seeing Krishna, Draupadi, apakritam, the doer of the degrading. Guru, the teacher. Sutam, the son. Vama, beautiful. Svabhava, nature. Kripaya, out of compassion. Nanama, offered obeisances. Cha and Translation. Sri Sutta Goswami said, Draupadi then saw Ashwatthama, who is bound with ropes like an animal and saddened for having enacted the most inglorious murder. Due to her female nature, and due to her being naturally good and well behaved, she showed him due respects as a Brahmana. Purport. Ashwatthama was condemned by the Lord himself, and he was treated by Arjuna just like a culprit, not like the son of a Brahmana or a teacher. But when he was brought before Srimati Draupadi, she, although begrieved for the murder of her sons, and although the murderer was present before her, could not withdraw the due respect generally offered to a Brahmana or to the son of a Brahmana. This is due to her mild nature of the woman. Women as a class are no better than boys, and therefore they have no discriminatory power like that of a man. Ashwatthama proved himself to be an unworthy son of Dronacharya or of a Brahmana, and for this reason he was condemned by the greatest authority, Lord Shri Krishna. And yet a mild woman could not withdraw her natural courtesy for a Brahmana. Even to date, in the Hindu family, of women shows proper respect to the Brahmana caste. However fallen and heinous a Brahma Bandhu may be, but the men have begun to protest against Brahma Bandhus who are born in families of good Brahmanas, but by action are less than Sudras. The specific words used in the sloka are Vama Svabhava, mild and gentle by nature. A good man or woman accepts anything very easily, but a man of average intelligence does not do so. We should not give up our reason and discriminatory power just to be gentle. One must have good discriminatory power to judge a thing on its merit. We should not follow the mild nature of a woman and thereby accept that which is not genuine. Ashwatthama may be respected by a good-natured woman, but that does not mean that he is as good as a genuine Brahmana.
Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 7, Text 43. Uvacha chashanti ashaya bandhanya ananyayanam sati muchayatam muchitam esha brahmano nittaram guru. Uvacha said, cha and Ashanti, being unbearable for her. Asya, his bandhan, being bound. Ananyanam, bringing him. Sati, the devoted. Muchetam. Just get him released. Eshaha, this Brahmananaha, a Brahmana, Nitaram, our Guru teacher. Translation. She could not tolerate Ashwatthama's being bound by ropes. And being a devoted lady, she said, release him, for he is a Brahmana, our spiritual master. The purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. As soon as Ashwatthama was brought before Draupadi, she thought it intolerable that a Brahmana should be arrested like a culprit and brought before her in that condition. Especially when the Brahmana happened to be a teacher's son. Arjuna arrested Ashwatthama knowing perfectly well that he was the son of Dronacharya. Krishna also knew him to be so. But both of them condemned the murderer without the consideration of his being the son of a Brahmana. According to revealed scriptures, a teacher or spiritual master is liable to be rejected if he proves himself unworthy of the position of a guru or a spiritual master. A guru is called also Acharya, or a person who was personally assimilated all the essence of Sastras and has helped his disciples to adopt the ways. Ashwatthama failed to discharge the duties of Brahmana or teacher, and therefore he was liable to be rejected from the exalted position of a Brahmana. On this consideration, both Lord Sri Krishna and Arjuna were right in condemning Ashwatthama. But to good lady like Draupadi, the matter was considered not from the angle of Sastric vision, but as a matter of custom. By custom, Ashwatthama was offered the same respect as offered to his father. It was so because generally the people accept the son of Brahmanas as a real Brahmana. By sentiment only, factually the matter is different. A Brahmana is accepted on the merit of qualification and not on the merit of simply being the son of Brahmana. But in spite of all this, Draupadi desired that Ashwatthama be at once released, and it was all the same a good sentiment for her. This means that a devotee of the Lord can tolerate all sorts of tribulations personally, but still such devotees are never unkind to others, even to the enemy. These are the characteristics of one who is a pure devotee of the Lord.
Canto 1, Chapter 7, Text 44. Sarahasyo dhanurveda savisargo pasa myamaha astragramascha bhavata sikshito yad anugrahat. Sarahasya, confidential. Dhanuveda, knowledge in the art of manipulating bows and arrows. Savisarga, releasing. Upasamyamaha, controlling. Astra, weapons. Grama, all kinds of. Cha, and. Bhavata, by yourself. Sikshita, learned. Yat, by whose. Anugrahat, mercy of. Translation. It was by Dronacharya's mercy that you learned the military art of throwing arrows and the confidential art of controlling weapons. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Dhanurveda, or military science, was taught by Dronacharya with all its confidential secrets of throwing and controlling by Vedic hands. Gross military science is dependent on material weapons, but finer than that is the art of throwing the arrows saturated with Vedic hymns, which act more effectively than gross material weapons like machine guns or atomic bombs. The control is by Vedic mantras or the transcendental science of sound. It is said in the Ramayana that Maharaja Dasharatha, the father of Lord Sri Rama, used to control arrows by sound only. He could pierce his target with his arrow by only hearing the sound, without seeing the object. So, this is a finer military science than that of the gross material military weapons used nowadays. Arjuna was taught all this, and therefore Draupadi wished that Arjuna feel obliged to Acharya Drona for all these benefits. And in the absence of Dronacharya, his son was his representative. That was the opinion of the good lady Draupadi. It may be argued why Dronacharya, a rigid Brahmana, should be a teacher in the military science. But the reply is that a Brahmana should become a teacher regardless of what his department of knowledge is. A learned Brahmana should become a teacher, a priest, and a recipient of charity. A bona fide Brahmana is authorized to accept such professions.
Sa esha Bhagavan Drona Prajarupena Vartate Tasya Mano Ardam Patni Astena Gad Virashukripi.
Combine these two words. Sa he, Esha, certainly, Bhagavan, Lord, Dronacharya, Prajarupena, in the form of his son Ashwadhama, Vardate is existing, Tasya, his Atmanaha, of the body, Ardham, half, Patni, wife, Aste, living, Na, not, Anvagat, undertook, Virasu, having the son present, Krupi, the sister of Krupacharya.
Translation. He, Dronacharya, is certainly still existing, being represented by his son. His wife Kripi did not undergo a sati with him because she had a son. Purport. The son of Dronacharya, Kripi, is the sister, is the wife. Purport. The wife of Dronacharya, Kripi, is the sister of Kripacharya, a devoted wife who is, according to revealed scripture, the better half of her husband, is justified in embracing voluntarily death along with her husband if she is without issue. But in the case of the wife of Dronacharya, she did not undergo such a trial because she had her son, the representative of her husband. A widow is a widow only. A widow is a widow only was the only a name if the son or husband existing or her husband existing. So in either case of Ashwatthama was the representative of Dronacharya, and therefore killing Ashwatthama would be like killing Dronacharya. That was the argument of Draupadi against the killing of Ashwatthama.
Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 7, Text 46. Tad dharma jana mahabhaga bhavar darbir Gauravam kulam Vrijinam narhati prapturam Pujyam vandyam abhishekena shaha abhishena shah. That therefore Dharmanjana, one who is aware of the principles of religion, Mahabhaga, the most fortunate, Bhava be he, by your good self, Gauravam, glorified, Kulam, the family, Vrijinam, that which is painful, not, Arhati, does deserve, Praptum, for obtaining, Pujyam, the worshipable, Vandyam, respectable, Abhikshana Saha, constantly. Translations. O most fortunate one who knows the principles of religion, it is not good for you to cause grief to glorious family members who are always respectable and worshipful. The purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. A slight insult for a respectable family is sufficient to invoke grief. Therefore, a cultured man should always be careful in dealing with worshipful family members.
Canto 1, Chapter 7, Text 47. Marodidasya janani gautami pati devata yataham bruta vacharda rodimi ashru mukhi muhu. Ma, do not. Rodit, make cry. Asya, his. Janani, mother. Gautami, the wife of Drona. Pati devata, chaste. Yata, as has. Aham, myself. Mutavacha, one whose child is dead. Arda, distressed. Rodimi, crying. Ashrumuki, tears in the eyes. Muhu, constantly. Translation. My lord, do not make the wife of Dronacharya cry like me. I am aggrieved for the death of my sons. She need not cry constantly like me. Purport by His Divine Grace, she need not. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sympathetic, good lady as she was, Srimati Draupadi did not want to put the wife of Dronacharya in the same position of childlessness, both from the point of motherly feelings and from the respectable position held by the wife of Dronacharya.
Yaiko pitam brahmakulam rajanyair ajitatam mabi tatkulam pradahati ashu sanubandam sucharpitam.
Yea, by those Kopitam, enraged, Brahmakulam, the order of the Brahmanas, Rajanyai, by the administrative order, Ajita, unrestricted, Atmabi, by oneself, Tat, that, Kulam, family, Pradahati, is burnt up, Asu, within no time, Sanubandam, together with family members, Sucharpitam, being put into grief.
Translation. If the kingly administrative order, being unrestricted in sense control, offends the Brahmana order and enrages them, then the fire of that rage burns up the whole body of the royal family and brings grief upon all. Purport. The purport by Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Brahman order of society, or the spiritual advanced caste of community, and the members of such highly elevated families were always held in great esteem by the other subordinate castes, namely the administrative kingly order, the mercantile order of the laborers.
Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 7, Text 49. Sutta Vacha Dharmamyam Nyayayam Sakarunam Nirvaya Likam Samam Mahat Raja Dharma Suto Rajanyaha Pratyanandad Vacho Dvijaha. Sutta Vacha. Sutta Goswami said, Dharmamyam, in accordance with the principles of religion, Nyayam, justice, Sakarunam, full of mercy, Nirvaya Likam, without duplicity in Dharma, Samam, equity, Mahat, glorious, Raja, the king, Dharma Sutaha, son, Rajanyaha, by the queen, Pratyanandat, supported, Vachaha, statements, Dvijaha, O Brahmanas. Translation. Sutta Goswami said, O Brahmanas, King Yudhishthira fully supported the statement of the queen, which were in accordance with the principles of religion and were justified, glorious, full of mercy and equity, and without duplicity. The purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Maharaja Yudhishthira, who was the son of Dharmaraja or Yamaraja, fully supported the words of Queen Draupadi in asking Arjuna to release Ashwatthama. One should not tolerate the humiliation of a member of a great family. Arjuna and his family were indebted to the family of Dronacharya because of Arjuna's learning the military science from him. If ingratitude were shown to such a benevolent family, it would not be at all justified from the moral standpoint. The wife of Dronacharya, who was the off body of the great soul, must be treated with compassion, and she should not be put into grief because of her son's death. That is compassion. Such statement by Draupadi are without duplicity because actions should be taken with full knowledge. The feeling of equality was there because Draupadi spoke out of her personal experience. A barren woman cannot understand the grief of a mother. Draupadi was herself a mother, and therefore her calculations of the depth of Kripi's grief was quite to the point, and it was glorious because she wanted to show proper respect to a great family.
Text 50, Canto 1, Chapter 7. Nakula sa devascha yudano dhananjaya Bhagavan devaki putro yachanyeyascha yoshitaha. Nakula, Sahadeva, Cha and Yuyudhana, Satyaki, Dhananjaya, Arjuna, Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Devaki Putra, the son of Devaki, Lord Sri Krishna, those Cha and Anye, others, Yah, those Cha and Yoshita, ladies. Translation. Nakula and Sahadeva, the younger brothers of the king, and also Satyaki, Arjuna, the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, son of Devaki, and the ladies and others all unanimously agreed with the king. Text 51. Not focusing again. I beg you.
तत्रहमर्षितो भीमस् तस्य श्रेयान् वदा स्मृता नाभार्तो नाभार्तोर्नात्मानश्चार्ते यो अहं सुप्तं शिशुन्वृता.
Tatra thereupon Aha said, Amarshitaha in an angry mood, Bhima, Tasya, his Shrayan, ultimate good, Vada, killing, Shmuta, recorded, no, not, Bhartu of the master, no, nor, Atmana of his own self, Cha, and Urde for the sake of Yah, one who, Ahan, killed, Suptan, sleeping, Seshun, children, Vrudha, without purpose.
Translation. Bhima, who, however, disagreed with them and recommended killing this culprit, who, in an angry mood, had murdered sleeping children for no purpose, and for neither his nor his master's interest.
Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 7, Text 52. Nisamya Bhima Gaditam Draupadayascha Chaturbujam Bujaha Alokya Vadanam Cha Shakyur Idam Aha Asaniva Nisamya. Just after hearing Bhima Gaditam, spoken by Draupadayaha of Draupadi, Cha and Chatu Bujaha, the four-handed personality of Godhead. Alokya, having seen, Vadanam, the face, Sakyuhu, of his friends. Idam, this, Aha, said. Asan, smiling. Aiva, as if. Translation. Chaturbuja, the four-handed armed one. The four-armed one, or the personality of Godhead. After hearing the words of Bhima, Draupadi and others saw the face of his dear friend Arjuna, and he began to speak as if smiling. The purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Lord Sri Krishna had two arms, and why he is designated as four-armed is explained by Sridhara Swami. Both Bhima and Draupadi held opposite views, but killing Ashwatthama, Bhima wanted him to be immediately killed, whereas Draupadi wanted to save him. We can imagine Bhima ready to kill while Draupadi is obstructing him. And in order to prevent both of them, the Lord discovered another two arms. Originally, the primeval Lord Sri Krishna displays only two arms. But in his Narayana feature, he exhibits four. In his Narayana feature, he resides with his devotees in the Vaikuntha planets, while in his original Sri Krishna feature, he resides in the Krishnaloka planet far above Vaikuntha planets in the spiritual sky. Therefore, if Sri Krishna is called Chaturbujaha, there is no contradiction. If need be, he can display hundreds of arms, as he exhibited in his Vishwarupa shown to Arjuna. Therefore, one who can display hundreds and thousands of arms can also manifest four whenever needed. When Arjuna was perplexed about what to do with Ashwatthama, Lord Sri Krishna, as the very dear friend of Arjuna, voluntarily took up the matter just to make a solution. And he was smiling also.
Canto 1, Chapter 7, text 53 to 54. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Brahmabandhurna Hantavya Atatai Vadarhanaha Mayayo Bayam Amnatam Paripahi Anushasanam Kuru Pratishrutam Satyam Yatat Santva Yata Priyam Priyam Cha Bhimasenasya Panchalya Mahyame Sri Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Uvacha said, Brahma Bandhu, the relative of a Brahmana, not Hantavya, to be killed. Atatai, the aggressor, Vadarhana is due to be killed. Maya, by me, Eva, certainly. Ubayam, both. Amnatam, described according to rulings of the authority. Paripahi, carry out. Anusashanam, rulings. Kuru, abide by. Pratishrutam, as promised by. Satyam, truth. Yat, tat, that which. Santva yata, which pacifying. Priyam, dear wife. Priyam, satisfaction. Cha, also. Bhimasenasya, of Sri Bhimasena. Panchalyai, of Draupadi. Mahyam, unto me also. Eva, certainly. Cha, and. Translation. The personality of Godhead Sri Krishna said, a friend of a Brahmana is not to be killed, but if he is an aggressor, he must be killed. All these rulings are in the scriptures, and you should act accordingly. You have to fulfill your promise to your wife, and you must also act to the satisfaction of Bhimasena and me. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Arjuna was perplexed because Ashwadhama was to be killed as well as spared according to different scriptures cited by different persons. As a Brahmabandhu or a worthless son of a Brahmana, Ashwadhama was not to be killed, but he was at the same time an aggressor also. And according to the rulings of Manu, an aggressor, even though he be a Brahmana, and what to speak of an unworthy son of a Brahmana, is to be killed. Dronacharya was certainly a Brahmana in the true sense of the term, but because he stood in the battlefield, he was killed. But although Ashwadhama was an aggressor, he stood without any fighting weapons. The rulings is that an aggressor, when he is without weapon or chariot, cannot be killed. All these were certainly perplexities. Besides that, Arjuna had to keep the promise he had made before Draupadi just to pacify her. And he also had to satisfy both Bhima and Krishna, who advised killing him. This dilemma was present before Arjuna, and the solution was awarded by Krishna.
Shutovacha Arjuna Sahasagnaya Harer Hardam Ast Atasina Manim Jahara Murdanyam Dvijasya Saha Murdajam.
Suta Goswami, Uvacha said, Arjuna, Sahasa, just at that time, Agnaya, knowing it, Hare of the Lord, Hardam, motive, Ata, thus, Asina, by the sword, Manim, the jewel, Jahara, separated, Murdanyam, on the head, Dvijasya, of the thrice born, Saha, with Murdajam, hairs. Translation.
Translation. Just then Arjuna could understand the motive of the Lord by his equivocal orders. Equivocal orders. And thus, with his sword, he severed both hair and jewel from the head of Ashwatthama. Purport by His Divine Grace, Sesya Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Contradictory orders of different persons are impossible to carry out. Therefore, a compromise was selected by Arjuna by his sharp intelligence, and he separated the jewel from the head of Ashwatthama. This was as good as cutting off his head, and yet his life was saved for all practical purposes. Here, Ashwatthama is indicated as twice born. Certainly, he was twice born, but he fell down from his position, and therefore he was properly punished. Who? Bhima?
Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 7, Text 56. Vimuchaya rasana badam bala hatya hata prabam tejasa manina hinanam sibiran niryapat payat. Vimucha, after releasing him, rasana badam, from the bandage of ropes, balahatya, infanticides, hata prabham, loss of a bodily luster, tejasa, of the strength of, manina, by the jewel, hinam, being deprived of, shibirata, rath, from the camp, Nirya Payat, drove him out. Translation. Ashwatthama had already lost his bodily luster due to infanticide, and now, moreover, having lost the jewel from his head, he lost even more strength. Thus, he was unbound and driven out of the camp. The purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Thus being insulted and the humiliated Ashwatthama was simultaneously killed and not killed by the intelligence of Lord Krishna and Arjuna.
Canto 1, Chapter 7, Text 57. Vapanam dravinadanam sthanam niryapanam tada isha hi brahma bandhunam vado nanyosti daihika. Vapanam, cleaving the hairs from the head. Dravina, wealth. Adanam, forfeiting. Sthanat, from the residence. Niryapanam, driving away. Tada, also. Esha, all these, he certainly. Brahma bandhunam, of the relatives of a Brahmana. Vada, killing, no, not. Anyaha, any other method. Asti, there is. Daihika, in the matter of the body. Translation. Cutting the hair from his head, depriving him of his wealth and driving him from his residence, or the prescribed punishments for the relative of a Brahmana. There is no injunction for killing the body.
Text 50, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 7, the son of Drona punished. Text 58. Putra sokattara sarve pandavasaha krishnaya svanam ratanam yad krityam chakrur nirhara nadikam. Putra, son. Shoka, bereavement. Uttara, atura, overwhelmed
Sarve, all of them, Pandava, the sons of Pandu, Saha, along with Krishnaya, with Draupadi, Swanam, of the king's men, Mrutanam, of the dead, Yat, what, Krutyam, ought to be done, Chakru, did perform, Nirharanadikam, undertakeable. Translation.
Translation. By His Divine Grace, Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Thereafter, the sons of Pandu and Draupadi, overwhelmed with grief, performed the proper rituals for the dead bodies of their relatives. Thus end the Bhakti Vedanta purports of the first canto, 7th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Son of Drona Punished. Hare Krishna. Kantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Today we finished up to the beginning of chapter 8, and we will stop there and we will continue next time. Bye.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. Bandhamuni Savadana Mate Muni Samadana Mate Jahara Prasade Bhai Ebhavatoriya Jai Jahara Prasade Bhai Ebhavatoriya Jai Krishna Prapti Hoy Jaha Hoy Te Krishna Prapti Hoy Jaha Hoy Te Guru Mukha Padma Vakyan Chitete Koriya Kya Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Kya Arana Kori Mane Asha Arana Kori Homan Asha Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Utama Gati Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Utama Gati Jai Prasade Pure Sarva Asha Prasade Pure Sarva Asha चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से, दान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु, दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो, हृदय प्रकाशितो, प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते, भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते, वेद गाय जहर चरितो, जहर श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनर बंधु, करुणा सिंधु आदम जनर लोकेना लोकेरा जीवाना, लोकेना लोकेरा जीवाना, आहा प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पद छया, प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पद छया, ए बेजाश गुशु त्रिभुवाना, ए बेजाश गुशु त्रिभुवाना, शिला प्रभु पातिता पावना, जय प्रभु पदा, जय प्रभु पदा, जय प्रभु पदा, शिल प्रभु पदा, जय प्रभु पदा, जय पदा, जय प्रभु पदा, जय प्रभु पदा, गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा, जय गुरुदेवा, जय गुरुदेवा, गुरुदेवा, जय गुरुदेवा, गुरुदेवा, जय गुरुदेवा, नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले, श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नित्यानामिने, नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले, श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नित्यानामिने, नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे, निर्विशेष शून्यवादी प्राच्यचादिशतारिणे, नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे, निर्विशेष शून्यवादी प्राच्यजादिशतारिणे, जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद, जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे रामो 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे रामो 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Ramo, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. The lotus feet is our spiritual masters are the only way by which we can attend pure devotional service. I bow to his lotus with great awe and reverence. By his grace, one can cross the ocean of material suffering and obtain the mercy of Krishna. My only wish is to have my consciousness purified by the words emanating from his lotus mouth. Attachment to his lotus feet is perfection that fulfills all desires. He opens my darkened eyes and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord, birth after birth. From him, ecstatic prema emanates. By him, ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. Our spiritual master is the ocean of mercy, the friend of the poor, and the Lord and the master of the devotee. O Lokanath Goswami, O Master, be merciful unto me. Give me the shade of your lotus feet. Your fame spread all over the three worlds. Padiki Jaya.